guys, it's Alicia with Young Quarry Mom Crafts coming to you on this beautiful Sunday. It is the February the 9th. Filming from a different location. I have a princess party table underneath you. I have my hot light shining on me so you can see the colors of what I'm going to show you really good. And I actually have a white cloth on top of the princess table because that's what I did my filming for my next tutorial on of what I'm going to show you now. I have my handy dandy notebook. Let's see if I can get that to, yeah, of what I've started, what I've finished. So yeah, you see this board back here. This is Maddie's chore board. She's 12. It does not work. And every day, Maddie, did you do this? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did this. No, child. Why do you lie to me? That's for another video. This is about crochet today. Oh, and a little bit of cross stitch information. I am going to be involved in Sonia, and I'm going to get this straight, this correct this time. CatCrazyCreations. I was calling her Crazy Cat Creations. It's CatCrazyCreations. There is a Stitchy Carousel that's already supposed to start. I think she's waiting for one more person to get in contact with her with their address. But there's about 10 or 11 of us. And what happens is there's a box full of stuff. And it's all cross stitch related. And I was informed that there actually is some crochet people that do this. I don't know if it's the same situation or whatever, but anyway, there's a box full of 12 items. What you do is you goes to person, and the first person that gets it takes out as much as they want, as little as they want, and they replace with the exact same amount of items. Good quality. And then on camera they show what they picked, not what they put in the box, only what they picked. And I just thought it was a great idea. So if you pick 3 items, you put 3 back in the box. If you pick 5 items, you put 5 back in the box, and whatever. It's a good way to destash. And it's a good way to see what's new stuff's out there, which is really cool. But anyway, so I'm involved in that, and that's supposed to start, I think I'm third on the list. So you'll be seeing a video of what I pull out of that. That's going to be exciting. I'm hoping that this is full screen. I've got my phone tripod sitting on, there we go, yeah, sitting on a pillow. So it'll be a little bit higher, and you're not looking at me from this angle. You're looking at me more this angle, which is better for both of us. Trust me. I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to piece in what I've worked on, the UT blanket or the Tennessee blanket. I have got a new tutorial going on that I have not finished yet, but it is, I can't see where it's at. I must have pulled it out. Aww. No, it's wrapped around here. The doggy toy. Using regular yarn, using the double magic circle that I showed in my last video, and reinforcing it with this. The glare is kind of bright. Yeah. Cotton thread. It makes it harder for the dog to pull it apart. I stuff all my dog toys with repurposed grocery bags, which makes it harder for them to pull out the stuffing. It has been Bulldog and Chihuahua approved. And so far they're holding up really good, so I'm impressed. Anyway, so that's one of my whips that I'm working on. I've got to get the tutorial finished. I've got to finish making the toy and get that out to you guys. So I've got that going on. I have finished, I've started and finished. Let's see, on Tuesday I began, because you haven't seen this, so you don't know about this. I began a scrap GAN, repurposing all my, repurposing all my scrap yarn and integrating it with a band of black. I started a new one today, which I'm not going to show till next week, because I've got quite a bit that I need to show you here, and I don't know how much memory I have on my phone. It is a scrap GAN that I started today, was with a white And you'll see what I'm talking about here with the black. But I finished it, and what I've decided, I was going to keep going with it and just keep adding scraps to it. That's actually what I think I'm going to do with the white one. But this one is going to be a levy like the levies I've showed you in the past. And I'm going to put a little head in the middle. I'm not sure what the critter's going to be yet. It may be my own monster creation. I don't know. We shall see. But anyway, so here's what I've got. Let's see if I can pull it back. Oh yeah, you can see it pretty good. And see how it goes in the spiral? See the center? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Alright, see how it kind of spirals this way. I wasn't sure how to do this because it didn't look right, so what I did was I single crocheted across the pink bar where I started, and then picked it up and continued, and it worked. So yeah, continuous rounds, scrap yarns. I thought it turned out pretty good. And I'm going to put a head in the middle, so it'll be a levy like this. And I don't know if I'm going to put it in my Etsy shop or if I'm going to save it for a craft fair. If you guys don't know, if I haven't mentioned, and oh, and I'll show you how this is how I ended it. So I just slip stitched it to the end. So that's how the end works. But anyway, so yeah, and here's, you can tell, scraps. That's great. So I don't throw anything away. You know, it's like, what am I going to do with all this stuff? Now, I will tell you, let me finish my sentence. I'm sorry. With the craft fair, I've always wanted to do one. I used to collect paper boxes. Now that I work for a company that actually has boxes, I'll use those. I love paper boxes though, because they're great. They're very sturdy. Those of you who want to donate any paper boxes that are around in my area that are local, let me know. I will come pick them up. I have 9 paper boxes full of stuff for a craft fair or for sales that I do not have in my Etsy shop, that I do not have scheduled for anything. I have them labeled. I have like a box for hats, a box for gloves, a box for scarves, a box for purses, stuffed animals, bookmarks, various, the bookmarks are cross-stitch stuff. Anyway, okay, so there's that blanket. I've got a similar one that I've started that's white. I started that today, so it's not much on it. So I'm going to have it as a continuous whip, unless they work out really fast. Because like I said, I started this one on Tuesday and I finished it Friday night. So yeah, they work up really fast. Okay, so I made that. I did these for one of the girls at my office because she likes the color purple. Made her some fingerless gloves, and they let's see if I, yay, they're turned out really cute. She likes purple, and it gets kind of cold. She works in the actual warehouse on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Normally she works in the office with us, but we kind of go in and out from the warehouse, not working in the warehouse, but maybe putting, you know, returns away, or putting away stuff that we have photographed and are listed on Amazon and eBay. Anyway, for the job that I work at. But anyway, so I started and finished her gloves on Friday. So I've got to get those to her. Sorry about that. The dog will not keep his nose out of the kitten's butt. It's driving me mad. And they can't get their surgery. Go lay down. Don't look at me like a wounded puppy. Go. Go. I'm sorry you had to hear that. They're both males. They're the same size. You've seen them in my videos. The dog likes to hump the cat. They're not getting fixed until their appointment's not till March the 20th. I don't know if that's going to make a difference, because from what I understand, males, dogs will still hunch. I'm surprised he hasn't beat the crap out of him. He doesn't care. Cinnamon does not care what Ramsey does to him. Anyway, on to crafty stuff. Okay, so I did a lot of stuff this weekend. I didn't do much during the week. I'm still trying to get used to the new job, and then I cook as soon as I come home because of the new way we started eating, which is better for us, but I don't do much stitching because of it. So, let's see, I did that. I finished the crap gan. I did the Caitlin's gloves. Okay, Saturday I created and finished, and I'm going to do a tutorial on it for a bowl cozy. I was looking for patterns and trying to get ideas. Oh, that's the stitch. Let me snip that. There is a lot of patterns out there on YouTube, and I don't know, I'm sure there are online too, but I haven't looked. I'm sorry, I've got to snip this little piece of thread. It's driving me nuts. So I created my own. I just decided to create my own. I made the bottom. I had some leftover striped yarn. I think it was the peacock colors, but all I had left was the greens from Red Heart. So I created the bottom, and I did write the pattern down as I was making it, so that if you guys were interested in a tutorial, which I'm probably going to do one on it anyway. So yeah, so this is great. I showed my daughter, I said, now what you can do with this, let's see if I can show you. It's a bowl cozy. And this one's got a little, kind of like a scalloped edge. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, that light's really bright. But it will fit any size bowl. And I've tried it on several of mine. And I did it so that if your bowl is not this circumference, it does have a lot of give to it, so that you can fit your bowl in it with the stitch that I did. So yeah, I'm pretty tickled. I tried it on 3 different size bowls that I have, and every single one of them fit in there perfectly. If you're going to make something like this, I recommend using 100% cotton. That way you can put it in the microwave with your bowl, and it will not melt. Do not do it with acrylic. Your acrylic, I mean, I don't know if it'll melt, but acrylic is plastic. There are some plastics you can put in the microwave. I don't recommend putting these in the microwave unless they're 100% cotton. And by all means, do not put them in the oven. Those of you who don't know what a bowl cozy is, it's for those times you have a bowl of soup, chili, just any kind of hot food that comes out of the microwave or that you dish out from your stove, and your bowl is warm to the touch. You put this inside of it, your bowl inside of this cozy, and it keeps your hands from getting burnt. Also, if you're eating at a table like normal people, you can put it in a bowl cozy. You can make matching bowl cozies. Everybody can have their own. Just an idea. And then that way you can, it keeps your food warm longer. So, I just thought it was great. So I created my own little bowl cozy. And what I did was, the stitch here is single crochet in a spiral increase. And then I did the front post spiral crochet, double crochet, and that gives you that give so that you can put any size, well, not any size, most size bowls. Now, if you do have, you know, really big bowls, you could always, of course, increase this, and I'll go over that in the tutorial. And then the scalloped edge for the finish. Yeah. So I started and created that and made the pattern for it, and want to do a tutorial on that. So that's done. Pretty excited about that. I'm tickled with it. Turned out really good. Oh, and by the way, the scrap gan that I did in the spiral, the only patterns I found, I ended up doing the start on my own. The only patterns I found them on several YouTube channels. But I couldn't find one that used only 2 colors. Let me take that back. I did find a couple that used only 2 colors, but they used 2 colors in 4 sets. So for instance, so you start one color, then another color of the same color, and then you start another color, and then that color again. So 4 rounds of 2 colors. The other video I found was Yarn Inspirations, or Mikey at the Crochet Crowd, He has 2 or 3 of them, but they are using 3 and 4 colors. I could not find one that used only 2 rounds of 2 different colors. Could not find it. If you guys, and what gave me the idea was watching Krista at the Secret Yarnery. She had one she showed that I thought was really beautiful, but I couldn't find anywhere where she learned how to do it. I looked. I couldn't find it. If you guys know, please leave me the link below, or leave me the channel name, whatever, to give me an idea. Otherwise, I'm just going to just wing it. I mean, it works. And the count comes out good. It's an evil start, but, you know, once I get it going, it's great. But anyway. So, yeah, I want to say that about the blanket real quick. Okay, so the second thing that I made, I'm so excited. This turned out so great. Check it. Now, who does this look like to you? Of course, a skinnier version. But who does this look like? Wait. Who does that look like? Crystal, right? Bag of Day Crochet. Oh my God. And there's a reason for that. This is her design. Oh, well, that was lovely. This is her design. Yeah. This is her pattern. It's gorgeous. I just found it. I think she just recently put it up, like within the past few days, maybe the past few weeks. It's brand new. I think her pattern is for sale right now for $2 on her Etsy shop. But if you want to watch the tutorial and write down the instructions like I did for free, it is pattern number 667. It's called My Own Devise, D-E-V-I-S-E. I will try to put the name of it and the number somewhere in here, so you guys will have that and the name. But anyway, isn't that pretty? Look at that stitch. You start out with shells, then you do a shell increase, then you do shells, you do another shell increase, and then the rest is the shells all the way down. And then she has a little bit of ribbing. Now in her video, there are 17 rows and then a single crochet finishing trim. But I did not do the 17th row because the last 2 rows are just ribbing. I did not do the 17th row because you can see if I'd done another row of double crochet, it would have been too slouchy and it would have come down too far, but it's perfect. I mean, it covers me. Now in her video, she tells you to use a 6mm hook, a bulky 5. I am burnt out on bulky 5, so I had a 5.5mm hook. I got some new hooks. I don't have to show you right now. I may show you later when I do my Tennessee blanket. I got some needles in the mail. I'm so excited. But anyway, because you can't have enough needles, because you don't want to lose one. Because if you lose your favorite needle or you lose the size that you're working with, you're screwed. You have to go out and get another one. So I have several of different sizes that I like. At least 3 or 4 of each size. Absolutely. Plus I like to keep my needle, and I've done that because of cross stitching. I've got like hundreds, literally, of size 26 to 28 tapestry needles, not tapestry needles, cross stitch needles, tapestry needles, yeah, threading, blunt needles. Anyway, so yeah, so that turned out really cute. This was supposed to be like an ombre purple from Red Heart, but you can barely see the ombre part of it because I think I used up all the light color. It's a little bit lighter down at the bottom than it is up here. It's very subtle. But anyway, it's actually, the color is more of a grape. And this is showing it like a bluish. Can you see how this is like, looks like it's like spiraling? Isn't that cool how that turned out? I mean, that's not how you stitch it, but that's how it turns out after you stitch it. So I liked it. I'm ready to start another one. Actually, after I upload this, I'm going to start one using 2 strands of baby yarn. Because I've got a lot of baby yarn and I don't make many baby items here lately. So I'm going to put 2 strands of baby yarn together and do the same thing and see how it turns out. So I may have something, another new project to show you next week. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. And I have one more item to show you before I give you an update on the UT blanket. This is actually, I started and finished it on yesterday, the 8th, Saturday. These are, I wrote down all the information. Fingerless gloves. They're so soft. Oh, isn't that nice? Yeah. Now this doesn't have the ribbing. They're more like wrist warmers, but these will be great to work with in my warehouse. And I actually have something similar that I use at my desk at the office because I get cold. My friend Brandy gets hot, but I get cold and my hands get cold, and I'm on the keyboard, so I can actually work really good with these gloves with a keyboard. So those of you who are interested, there is a tutorial coming out. I'm so excited I got it done. I just have to upload it, but I've got it finished. It's on my HD camera. I point over here like you know what I'm talking about. My entertainment center is right there behind this, and that's where I've got my camera on its tripod, and I've got to get it out because I've got to film the tutorial for this. But anyway, so yeah, upload. But anyway, so I got the gloves. Yay. But the yarn that I used, I'll explain all that in the video, but I did write down the specs so that you will know. I used an 8mm hook for this. It is a bulky 5. It's by Loops and Thread, and the name of the yarn is called Lynx. The yarn looks like lynx. It's really pretty. It's not spun. It's not roving. It looks like little chain links. It's wrapped together like a cord. It's beautiful. But anyway, the colorway is Rich Blue Loops and Thread. It is 75% acrylic, 18% wool, and 8% polyester. I just thought it was so beautiful. But anyway, so yeah, so that's all I've got for you for this week, and to me that's quite a bit. I need to slow down, and some of you aren't going to like this that are crocheters, but I'm still going to be doing my giveaways. I will have the occasional update project, but I'm thinking I'm going back to my cross stitch. Yeah, and slowing down with the crochet. So I think what I'll probably end up doing is still doing, I've got a lot of tutorials for crochet that I've got to get up, so I will be more than likely doing more of those to get that stuff out, because I am starting to create more and do more. And so yeah, and that's all I've got. I will give you an update on the UT blanket, and I'll see you back here in a minute. If I'm going to have